Hey, it's Troy in Central London coming at you with another video, this time about 3 things that you need, 3 qualities that you need in order to have a charismatic, good vibe. Okay, so what are the 3 things? The first thing number 1, is you need to have purpose. Now, this gets talked about a lot in self-help, in self-development circles, this idea that, yeah man, you need to have a mission. In fact, it's almost something of a cliche, but the thing is, it's really, really, really true. You need to have some kind of a purpose. You need to have some kind of raison d'etre, because if you don't, then you're going to seem weightless, you're going to seem light, you're going to seem as if you don't have any sort of grounding. And the really important thing is, you know, when I meet people, the people that I'm most drawn to tend to be those people that have the greatest sense of themselves, the greatest sense of their own destiny, what they want to achieve in life. And if you don't have that, then you can kind of seem a little bit weightless, as if you're being blown around by circumstances rather than creating your own destiny. The people that we're most drawn to are the people with a vision, the people who are going to go out and make things happen for themselves. Now, that can be to do with business, it can be to do with art, it can be sports, music, you know, any of these different things. It doesn't really matter. You've got to have that purpose. Okay, number 2. The second thing you need to have a charismatic, good vibe is you need to have a good friendship circle. Now, I think perhaps I haven't talked about this enough in the past. I've certainly written about this in the past, but maybe I haven't sort of done enough content or been specific enough about this. You know, I know that sometimes I put across this idea of, you know, being a very solo kind of person, somebody who relies on themselves, somebody who doesn't, you know, have a big coterie of friends around them and all that. You know, you've got to be self-sufficient, and I completely stand by that, because I think absolutely you do have to be self-sufficient. You do have to be somebody who can look after themselves, who can stand up on their own 2 feet. But the way to give it ballast, the way to give it weight, is to have a strong group of friends behind you. Now, I'm standing in the middle of London at the moment. In a minute, when I've done this, I'm going off to have coffee with a friend. Last night I had dinner with another friend. Tonight we're then going on to meet another group of friends. You know, it's all around these networks that you've got. It's all around these friends that you've got. I've got friends. I've been living in London now full time for about 15 years. I've got friends here who I've known for the entire 15 years. Guys I'm really, really close to. Guys I can ring up in the middle of the night wherever I am in the world and say, listen, I've got this problem. I don't know what the hell to do. Can you help me with it? You know, you need friendships that are that tight, and you need to develop those. Now, in another video, perhaps we'll go into, if you're interested in this topic, you know, how to sort of develop those friendships, how to create those bonds with people. But I've certainly got, you know, a pocketbook. Well, pocketbook's an old-fashioned term. You know what I mean? I've got on my phone, I've got a whole Rolodex of guys on there who I can call up any time of day or night if I've got a problem, and they will drop everything to help me. And that, my friends, is incredibly important, because you need that kind of sense of, you know, that sense of a foundation. You need that sense that you've got people out there that you can rely on, and that will give you a sort of a calmness about you. That will show that you've got some stability around you. So even if, you know, you're in a different country, you're traveling or whatever else, you know that just on the other side of a phone or on the other side of an email, there's guys or girls, if you're a girl watching this, who are out there that you can rely on. So do that. And then the third thing, to have a charismatic, good, chilled out vibe that's going to draw people to you, is to be grateful. Now, again, I think I don't talk about this enough. You know, I can be a little bit grumpy sometimes. I can sort of moan about things. I can, you know, I hope in a humorous way, but I can sort of humorously sort of draw attention to things that aren't so great in life, and, you know, in society and everything else. But the bottom line is, my life is fucking awesome. I've got an amazing life. You know, I work for myself. I work on projects that I love. I don't have to report to a boss. I can get up whenever I want. I can base myself anywhere in the world I want. You know, I've got amazing friends, amazing people in my life, amazing girl. You know, everything is absolutely fantastic. I couldn't wish for anything more. Well, of course I could, you know, because we can all wish for something more. But, you know, the reality is, if I wrote down everything that I was grateful for, there would be an incredibly long list. And I do actually try to do that. I don't do it as much as I should. I've kind of got out of the habit of doing it a little bit recently, but it has been my habit to do a gratitude list every day where I write down at least 5 things, ideally 10 things, that I'm grateful for just off the top of my head. And it can be, you know, the fact I've got an iPhone, the fact that I am living in London, the fact that I am, you know, I've got these godlike handsome looks, the fact that, you know, I'm a member of a really good gym and I can go to the gym anytime I want. All of these different things. I mean, there's so many things that I can be grateful for, and I guarantee it's going to be the same for you as well. So those are the 3 key things, and we can do more videos on this because obviously there's loads and loads of different things that help you, or rather help to underpin that kind of charismatic vibe that we're all sort of going for, and I hope that you're going for when you're watching these videos. But purpose, having a sense of purpose and a sense of yourself within that purpose, having a great tight friendship group, and then being grateful for all of the fantastic things in your life. Those are the 3 really key fundamental things that for me help me to be sort of grounded, I suppose, you know, that help me to keep my feet on the ground, help me to not get too carried away. Because look, I mean, the reality is you can get carried away when things are really good. I can get a huge ego. I can be like, oh my God, I'm so amazing, everything's so wonderful. You know, I'm making loads of sales, I'm getting loads of great clients, all that kind of stuff. I can, you know, like there's great reactions to a book I've done or a video or something like that. I can go off the scale. Alternatively, you know, if somebody slags me off, if I get negative feedback on social media, then I can go like that, you know. And what you want to be is going along like this. You want to be somewhere in the middle. And the way to be like that is to have ballast in your life. And you do that through the things that I mentioned: purpose, a great friendship group, and having, you know, just this sense of yourself really underlying it all, that's underpinned by gratitude. So being grateful for those things in your life that make your life amazing. Okay, I'm going to leave it there because I'm standing in this back street and I think it's going to start raining in a minute. So I want you to sign up for my email list, which is below. Emails 5 times a week at least from me, absolutely free of charge. And you can also get my bundle of 10 books about dating and relationships and all of that good stuff for the ridiculously low sum of $39. It's called Renegade Dating Blueprint. Again, the link is below. If you sign up to my email list, you get the link to get those books for the $39. Really, it should cost $250, so it's an amazing deal. So I would encourage you to get on board with that as soon as you can. Anyway, hope you like the video. Leave me a comment below, subscribe to the channel, all of that good stuff, and I will see you again very soon. Hallelujah.